so much for your interest in our efforts at Greyhound Friends of North Carolina. We appreciate your time and consideration of joining our team. Volunteers are a critical part of our organization, and we have a number of different ways you can participate. We have created some videos of one of our most necessary opportunities called Turnout. We hope that you will get a good idea from the videos of what a turnout shift requires and whether it would be a good fit for you. If you have any questions or would like to know about our current shift openings, please contact our volunteer coordinator by phone or email. All our volunteer opportunities, age limits, and descriptions can be found on the Volunteer Opportunities page on our website. Our guests are turned out in small groups. Each group is listed on a clipboard on the kennels. Each guest's name can be found on his or her crate sheet, collar, tag, and muzzle. Our guests will be excited to get out of their kennels and can be a handful. For a smooth exit, have the hounds' muzzles ready to put on and be aware of your team members who are working to let the other guests out. The muzzle goes on over the dog's ears. Make sure it's securely in place behind both ears before letting them outside. Once all the guests in the group are outside, close the door so they will stay outside until all the inside cleaning is complete. Some of the dogs are not as excited to go back in their kennel. The best way to encourage them to go in is to put one hand on their collar and the other arm around the back end. Take the muzzle off only when the guest you are putting up has his or her head very close to inside the kennel, and be aware of your teammate's stage of kenneling the other guest. Some of the dogs may try to turn and come back out. Be careful not to shut their noses in the door. Once the dog is back in their kennel, be sure to double check the door to make sure it is latched securely so there are no escapees overnight. After letting the dogs out, check the carpet or blanket in each kennel carefully for wet spots and remove it for cleaning if necessary. Mop the kennel floor thoroughly before replacing dry bedding. If blankets are needed instead of carpet, it will indicate this on the crate sheet. Next, check the water in the kennel to be sure there's enough and it's clean. Replace as necessary. Be sure to close the kennel doors before letting the group back in to prevent guests from going into the wrong kennel or joining a friend in another kennel. Crate sheets will indicate if we have guests that need blankets instead of carpets. Blankets are located in the first half crate on the top as you enter the kennel area. Soiled blankets go in the large garbage can beside the HVAC equipment for washing. Carpets are located in the top crates beside the blankets as you enter the kennel or near the back door. Soiled carpets go immediately beside the back door under the overhang for washing. If there are clean, dry carpets hanging on the fence, you may take them inside if you have time during turnout. The team member outside is our best defense against overnight accidents. Be as observant as possible to ensure all the guests have eliminated before it's time to let them back inside. Scoopers are located either along the fence by the office door or under the overhang at the back of the building. The switch for the outside light is on the left side of the door coming into the turnout area. Do the best you can to scoop what you can find or catch in action. Once turnout is over and all the scooping has been done, the scooper is emptied down the sewer access beside the building. Wash the scooper, pan, and shovel with the hose on the sewer access side. In very cold weather, the hose may be disconnected to prevent freezing. You may connect it or just choose to wash the pan and shovel directly under the spigot. After evening turnout is over, lock the back doors, check the crate doors, and turn out the kennel area lights. The switch is located over the bathtub. If any of our guests require medication, the kennel staff will prepare it for dispensing and label it appropriately. The medication needs are listed on the whiteboard just outside the kennel area. If you have questions or are unsure about medications, please call the staff before taking any action. Special needs for any of our guests recovering from an injury or surgery will be noted on their crate sheet. It may be necessary for safety purposes to turn out some of our guests alone. If a guest has been spayed or neutered, they return to the kennel on Wednesdays. Guests just getting back from surgery may seem lethargic, and they may have loose stools. They will also smell different to their group mates, so be aware of over-interest, which may spark a disagreement during turnout. While our guests are normally very congenial and get along well with each other, like all dogs, they can sometimes be provoked to disagreements. Avoiding injury to our volunteers and the dogs is of utmost importance to us. This is why we have small turnout group sizes and at least 2 team members for each turnout shift. Please do not start your shift without at least one more team member present, and report any behavior problems to the volunteer coordinator or staff so they can evaluate potential causes and make others aware. Disagreements among the dogs are often caused by something in the environment creating excitement with the potential to bump or step on one another. For example, a group might see a cat in the barn or start running the fences with the horses. Food in the drain or a toy in the crate can create resource guarding behaviors. Our very best defense against injury in these instances is the muzzle. If you notice dogs gathering in a group over toys, cats, or something else of interest, it's a good idea to distract and even separate them if the excitement level is escalating. Be aware of a new dog in a turnout group. The others may be overly interested in getting to know the new dog, and you may need to separate them behind the gate of the main turnout pen. Our greyhounds are very sensitive to temperatures above 80 degrees and high humidity. Please be aware of any of the following signs of heat distress or exhaustion during the summer months. These signs include excessive panting, skin inside the ears becoming bright red, and excessive and thick saliva. When a dog goes into shock from the heat, he may vomit and or have diarrhea, have trouble standing, have seizures, or go into a coma. If you observe any of these signs, please follow these steps immediately. Move the dog inside into the tub and soak with cool water. The goal is to bring the body temperature back to normal quickly. If you must keep the dog outside, move to the shade and use the hose. Be sure to check the water temperature if the hose has been exposed to the sun. Or you can immerse the dog in the wading pool. Make sure you check the water temperature first. Then, follow up with a call to the kennel staff. If you find a greyhound with a medical problem during your turnout shift, please alert the staff. The kennel manager's cell phone number can be found on the yellow sheets posted on the boards around the office. If the problem appears serious, our volunteers are authorized to take the dogs to our after-hours emergency vet, Happy Tails. Happy Tails is located at 2936 Battleground Avenue in Greensboro. Once it's feasible to do so, alert the staff and they can begin the necessary treatment authorization process. While these incidences are very rare, we offer these precautions so you may be informed and observant for a potential problem.